Okay, so today we thought we might talk about our studios, our atelier, our escape places and that. So I'm in mine behind me, and it's away from my home, which is a huge benefit. So I actually have to drive here and get into the creative space. So I can't do laundry. I can't do those things that cause us to be distracted, which when I get here, I can just focus on art, and that's all I do. So how about you, Suzanne?
I actually it's funny, I've been thinking about studios lately because when we move, and I've said this before, I'll be in a basement and it'll be lovely because I plan on making it beautiful, like it'll be a purpose-built place. But boy, like even just yesterday and the day before, I noticed like that back door just goes directly onto the outside. And I'm in the country, so it doesn't matter what I do. So I even have like I have my sander plugged in right there. So I open the door, I step outside, I sand something just so that it all goes out there, not in my studio, and I just step inside. Like it's just always plugged in right there. I do that so many times a day that it's going to be problematic when I move that I'll have to, obviously save up stuff I've got to do. Like I just said to my husband yesterday too, because I always have to have something purpose built. I can't have it just, oh, I'll go outside and I'll plug it in and I'll do whatever. I need it to be there always. So I said I'll get some kind of thing for the garage, like, one of those tables that closes up and then it just comes down like that. And right beside it will be a hook with my sander plugged into it. So I just
Wow.
and go like that and put it back because I can't, it's really going to be a problem. It's a lot of my work is messy, dirty stuff that I just whip outside to do. So, it'll change the way I work. But do you know what will be nice? I am so very lucky because my studio's huge and I've got so much room, but it's visually too much for me. I can't wait till I can move. My husband keeps saying, well, you're going to take that? That's an 8 by 4 foot island there in the
Mm.
middle with drawers and a metal top and everything. And I said, no, I want it to be like white. I just want everything. It's not like it's going to stay that way, but I just want it to be visually disappearing. So I'm pretty blessed to be able to do that. And maybe I won't. Maybe when the time comes, it'll all be too much. But yeah, so I love my studio, but I can work anywhere. I've been anywhere from a bedroom. We expand, right? If I doubled the size of this studio, I would expand into
Mhm.
that and feel like I can't possibly have something smaller. So I'm very well aware of that. So I know I can, my one when we move will be just as big, but again, basement, but it'll be lighting is the key then. So
Ah.
yeah, that's
Will
that.
you have exterior walls
Um,
or windows, I mean, sorry.
oh, yeah, I do. I would never. I'm one of those. If we didn't have windows in the basement, I wouldn't even let anybody go down there. I would like we talked about. Oh, a bunch of the kids can sleep in the basement, and I've said they're not sleeping in a room with no windows. It's like that is a hard no for me. So we did have them. I've only got them on one side because there's some kind of grading issue. So we did have them. They're not those skinny, skinny ones. I had to make sure a person could get out of them. I have a thing about basements. So a person has to be able to get out of it. So yes,
Hmm.
we
Yeah.
have windows that a person can get out of, but I'll have to get used to that again.
Yeah. Interesting that, yeah, you're going sort of like below grade and not
Yeah,
being able to just step outside. That's right.
yeah, yeah.
And talking about size, I find my studio is small. It's about
Okay.
120 square feet, so it's not big.
Okay.
And I find I'm always moving things around in order to do other things. And I keep thinking somehow I should be able to set up like a little demo thing for video and just leave it set up, but I can't seem to figure that part out. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's a thing in
maybe.
my studio always that I like to, just like I've said in my garage, I want to purpose like that's where I do this and it's all set up. Say the only I've got a 600 square foot studio, but I use my mat cutter daily as well because I don't cut mats, I cut like cardboard and all kinds of stuff. And I always get it up from the floor and put it on here. I wish I had a little table that was just for that. You know, I need a football stadium for all of those particular things. But anyway, you can do anything. You can make anything work.
Yeah. How
All
about you,
right.
Chantal?
Well, I think with time it's different. You know, when I started it was like in a little room and just doing my thing to be happy with myself. And then it started to when the children went away, we took their two rooms and made one room with it. So it was like a telling to the children, we are not gonna come back. Whoa. And they find it very funny. And then but something I think at times goes by. I would have loved that people come by and visit and buy art, but it's in a place where there's a lot of houses here. It's not more. It's not people don't pass by and just stop. So now the next place I would love to have, but that's what I'm aiming for. It's like a big space where it's a lot of people pass by. Usually I don't, I didn't want to deal with people. Now I just want them to see my art. I think it's like a second life in my life. I would love to, just talk with people, show them my art, have fun together, just be in a place where there's nice scenery. So, and there's a house that I'm trying to find, well, to buy. And I called last week the person that I have to have a permit to do to renovate. And he said to me, you have 75-meter square that you can use on your and it's about that. It's so that this is good. This is big. I think it's 800 feet square, something like that. Do you
Yeah.
can yeah
Wow.
yeah. So, and the place that there's beside the house, it's not going to be in the house, so that's a good thing because now I'm in house, so there's Chantal de Serres art everywhere in the house. So now, my husband's gonna go in the house and just be himself and not be surrounded by my stuff. And when I'll go into my workshop, I'll be just myself and do whatever I want and have a table to cut, have a table for something else. That's the aim that I would like to do. So I think it's nice to have opportunities and change your life's goal, as time pass. And since I think I'm getting old, so I would love to sell everything and to have more space for more art. So that's my my subject.
No, no. And it's I I would agree that we probably can make art wherever. Yeah, we don't have to have top-notch equipment and space and that. But it makes the pleasure of creation so much so important to just being happy in ourselves when we're doing it instead of grumbling about what we don't have.
I think it's about the stages that not maybe not the stage, but what you want it to be. Is it some place where you don't want people to come in? You just want to create, and then you go outside to show your stuff. So this is different for me. It's going to be almost like a gallery. So it's going
Yeah.
to be like a boutique and an art shop. So for me, it's that's the what I'm aiming for. I would love to for people to come in, and sometimes not to be, it's closed so that I could work alone. But I'm not all artists are like that. Everybody has their purpose and what they want to do. But in the past, I didn't want to see that much people. I just wanted to be by myself and search for my style, and how I want to create, the soul of my heart, my art. Now I'm much more established, so I much more know what I want to do and where I'm going. So it's different.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. How about you, Chantal? Or Suzanne, any other thoughts on it?
On the studios? No, it's funny. I used to be in a place just for about a 2 year period, was in a place outside of my home that was one of those art. It wasn't like an art center where it was a destination where people came to. I was doing just my little minis there though. And I do remember for about 2 years thinking it was so unusual to come home and not work because I work all night. And I get up out of bed at 3 in the morning and go to my studio if I feel like it. And I do that a lot. So it was really weird. I got used to it, but it was weird. And yeah, it's funny. And as well, Chantel, I don't think I ever wanted anyone. I've got the perfect place. I live in the country. I've got a huge studio. People could come to my studio, but I never mention it. And I'm not part of any studio tour boundaries. So I was hoping when I moved that I might be, even though it won't be the same, I'll be in the basement, but it's right across from the front door. So, they're not traipsing through my bedroom to get to my thing. I will make it look nice. But I don't know. I think I looked up a studio tour there. I'm hoping I can be part of one because that's about what I would be able to handle nicely is once a year have people come like in a very controlled manner, you know? Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to being on the studio tour, Suzanne.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll come to your spot too, Chantal.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, we are
Yeah.
coming.
You'll have your rooms, and you
Oh,
can
oh,
come and
okay.
just,
My sweet.
chill. You're gonna chill. Chill out, man. Chill. Yo.